Hello friends, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm so excited to share with you my front garden bed along with my cut flower garden. So here we are. I think I shared this with you a few weeks ago. This is what it's looking like. As you can see, the zinnias are just loving it. So we have a lot of zinnias in between here, and I'm so happy and excited that I was able to get sunflowers. Yes, I told you guys before, the squirrels are all coming over and they will go after my sunflower when I plant them in between the regular flower bed. So this is what I did this year, and they left them alone, right? So I'm so excited about this. And these are the pollen free sunflower from roseseeds.com. I'm just loving them, so just want to share that with you. So I must say my birds are loving the sunflowers. They would come in here, and one day I saw one of them on top here. I think one of them broke the branch somewhere over here. Here we are. They be coming in here and trying to get the sunflower seeds. And what I do, I just leave up most of the seed heads for them so they could eat at the seed heads. But that's okay, right? Once it's not the squirrels, the birds can do no wrong in my garden. But anyways, let me show you what's going on with the side garden, and also I'll share the front garden bed with you. I hope you guys are doing well. Yes friends, it is September. Can you believe that? Time is just flying, right? The weather has been cool. I'm wearing sweaters and all of that, and then I'm just enjoying just the cool air and just getting the garden ready for the fall season. But anyway, so here is the zinnias looking good. And then friend, this is the berry hydrangea I planted with you maybe a few weeks ago. It's looking good. Look at the blooms on here. Yes, and it's sending out some new growth already. I'm just loving it. And friends, let me show you my rose. Look at my Dorothy rambling rose. It is spreading out. So I need some help here. If you know how I can get this rose to, it's supposed to climb up on the arch here, but look what it's doing. Just look at that. It is climbing somewhat over here, as you can see, right? And then it's just coming over this way. So let me know, how can I get all of this up here? I don't know how to. I thought maybe I'll just leave it alone and just let these branches climb up here, but I don't know. I mean, it's healthy, it's looking really good, but I thought it's strange that the way it's growing. Obviously I can't put a trellis to the right. The trellis has to go this area, so I don't know. And I did plant it as instructed. I did like the 45-degree angle, but it's just going this way. And here's the other side over here, same thing too. It's spreading over. So I mean, some of the branches are going upwards, but you could see, here's a good view. Here we are. This is what it looks like. So if you have any tip for me, or is this normal with a rambling rose, a climbing rose, let me know down in the comment below. So I'm just gonna leave it alone and just let nature do what nature needs to do, right? That's what I always say. Anyway, so let's go over here. And then these are the sombrero zinnias I did. These are just for fall. And these I did for my girlfriend. She's having an occasion, so I told she I'll plant some for her because she has a lot of deer in her garden. So when these get big, I'll cut them and give them to her. The fall colors, so pretty friends, right? And then look at this random pink in here. I thought that was cute, a pink in the packet with the sombrero. So that's what it's looking like. And I did some basil for her here. So the basil will just act as filler to go in between the zinnias for her. Anyway, so let's come over here. And my limelight hydrangea is doing very well, looking so good here. And then my other hydrangea, I think this one is a bloom struck hydrangea. I just love the color on it. It's so pretty. And look at this zinnia. I think somehow it self-seeded itself here, and it's so pretty, right? I'm just loving it. And then here is the blue sea holly. Part of it, oh, I didn't even notice there. I think I got 2 stems from it. Wow, you can see it right down in here. So one stem is drying off and the other one is pretty new. This one hasn't bloomed as yet. And I wonder if I could do seeds from these, not sure. But these are the roots I did from Walmart in the winter season. Anyway, so that's what this is looking like. And then let me take you over on the other end. Alrighty friends, and these are the dahlias I did from seeds. Yes, the pom-pom dahlias. They're so cute and they're really dainty. Just loving them. And here's this pretty orange one, so pretty. And then here is this giant one here. This is the one that got destroyed from the storm. I think I'm just gonna come in and cut it down because the whole thing is just leaning over like that. So I'll just come in and cut it down. I was trying to keep getting more blooms from it. This blooms non-stop. And right in here, friends, as you can see, it's giving me new growth already. Yes, I remember when I cut this down maybe a month ago with you guys, if that long. And guess what I noticed here? Do you see these baby seedlings? Yes. So I think those are probably, I don't know, they're probably larkspur or nigella. There's some cut flowers I had in here. You could still see I have some seed head up here. So come next year, I'll be having a lot of flowers in here because I removed most of them and I just left some seed head up, and you could see the seeds already germinating, right? Because these are cool flower seeds. They love the cool weather. So because it's getting cool, I think that's why the seeds are germinating. But anyways, but friends, if you haven't tried pom-pom dahlia from seeds, it's so easy. I'm really loving these, and they're so cute in the containers. You don't have to worry about them tipping over like the other big dahlia. And here I have another dahlia coming up here. And here is one of my favorite, Arabian Night. So the cut flower garden side is looking good. And then we have more hydrangea in the back. Loving the fall color. Just look at this, friends. Isn't this beautiful? Just gorgeous. Alrighty, let's go over here and see how the front itself is doing. The hardy hibiscus is still blooming. Yes, it's just holding on and it's still blooming, and I think it got bigger. Friends, it is wide. Look at it. And behind here is this rose from double knockout rose. This is covering it. Here we are. Have a lot of blooms on here, and you know I love how much I love my scabiosa. Still looking good. And the petunia, oh my goodness, the petunia is still giving me some colors in here. But I'm telling you, I'm just loving the hardy hibiscus. And friends, up here, you could see the golden shower climbing rose. It's blooming again. There's a bloom on here. And here's my container here with my alyssum. And friends, I think I'm gonna do just some little changes in here, maybe in a week or so. I'm gonna remove this pot and I'm gonna put a shrub in the center here. I'll stay tuned for that and I'll share with you what I'm gonna do here. And then my bumblebee container is still going with my petunia, my snapdragon, and my dahlias in here. And these are some phlox. You can see they're having powdery mildew. I mix baking soda, water, and I spray them, so I have to keep doing that. But your bee balm and your phlox, they're very prone to powdery mildew. I don't know why. It's probably just the plant itself and over here. And that's my first time this year with them, so I'm not loving that's happening. But I'll keep my eyes on it and see how it will do next year. And then here I have some snapdragons coming back. Yep, blooming already. Just loving the white on here. And the spirea in the back is giving off some new blooms. And you can see some growth on the boxwoods. Loving that. And our double knockout rose still blooming, right? Looking so good. The leaves are looking pretty healthy at this time. You can see some new growth on it and the leaves looking pretty good. I'm so pleased about that, because you know with those pests always coming around your rose leaves. And here we have my liatris. Thank you, liatris, you did a great job. But you can see it's turning brown. And what I do with the liatris, friends, I leave it up in the fall, winter, just like I do in my echinacea for the birds. The birds love to come and eat all of this good stuff. Good winter source food for the birds. And it also offers some winter interest to the garden, believe it or not. It's very unusual looking. Do you see how they look already? And there's some in the back all the way behind there. And then the sedum, you could see it's starting to just give a little bit of color already. So they should turn into the fall colors like this. And yes, the birds left it alone. They ate on the foliage and they're done eating on the foliage. But it looks so pretty. I feel like it got bigger this year. It got huge. And snapdragons are still blooming, friends. Just look at them. You know how much I love my snapdragons. I just love this orange color. And here's the bee balm I was telling you guys about. The bee balm and the flax, they're getting the powdery mildew. But as I said, I've been treating them with baking soda, soap, and just some water, just spraying them. But let's go back to these snapdragons, friends. Just look at them. I planted these in spring, I think it was, and they just keep blooming, right? Regardless of how hot it was or how cool it is. I mean, they prefer cooler weather, but I think these are some different hybrids on the market that does well in the summer. I'm just loving them, and I'm just loving the color they're giving. And all the way into winter, I'll be having colors here from the snapdragon. So what I did this year was I did this instead of doing annuals, so that way I don't have to be buying annuals every year. So your garden should be an experiment. You test a plant 1 year, see how it works, and then you know how to move on. So that's what I tend to do in my garden. Anyway, so looking so good. So here's a side view of the pink. We still have some colors going on over there, right? And here's my Mr. Arborvitae balls. You would have seen that video where I redid the front and I extended the front here. I'm just loving the texture and the greenery it's giving. And as I said to you, winter interest, yes. And friends, take a moment to appreciate this sweet alyssum. I think this was done by the birds, but look at it. I'm just loving it. It's just sweeping over the walkway. I'm just loving it. All right, friends, and the boxwood is doing well. And friends, let me share this with you. These are my Arborvitae. They're probably maybe 3 years old. I think they were $6 and they were on clearance at Home Depot, and they were so tiny. Oh my goodness, I think they were probably maybe 12 inches, if that much. It was so small. And look, I remember when I planted them, it was in summer, and I'm telling you, friends, I babied them, okay? Because it was really hot. I make sure I watered them and everything. And look at the growth on here. Let me back up so you could see it. So I only put 2 in the front, and I have some at the side of the back of the garden. But do you see that the growth on here? So the idea was to just give the front some vertical interest. Yes, I'm so happy with these Arborvitae. So don't sleep on your clearance plant, friends. Alrighty, and then here I have a double knockout rose in the center, looking good still. And I'll just share with you the new garden bed. You've saw it already, but I'll share that with you still. And here we have more snapdragons over here. And the boxwood added some greenery in the front here and some new growth. And I have another one on that side over there. And I'm just loving it. I just love the colors from the snapdragons. I really do. I don't have to worry about them dying off because it's becoming cool. They're going to be blooming all the way for me. So I'm excited about that. And then here's a new garden bed if you haven't seen it. And here's the new Mr. Arborvitae balls I planted here, extended it. And I told you guys before, I'm going to keep extending the bed. So when you do your garden, just do little by little, okay? Don't be overwhelmed by it. Just take your time and enjoy it. It should be a process you should be enjoying. So that's what I do. I just do little by little. And here's the purple Rose of Sharon clearance plant. Yes, looking so pretty. I love the pinky color down in the throat of it. It's beautiful. So this is the new garden bed, and the roses are blooming. This one is the orange double knockout rose. It looks pinkish, but it's orange. I think it changes color. So this one, you can see it's orange, and then this one looks more pink. Oh friends, and look at this Shasta daisy. I think this one is the bananas and cream. It's opening for me, it's blooming. And these were clearance plant, and I just planted them, if you haven't seen that video. So that's why it's looking so small. Yes. And the heleniums are doing very well. And I did see this one is struggling, but that's okay. It will come back. Still has some greenery on there. And you could see, if you look closely down in here, you could see some new growth coming out from the ground. And here we have the white sedum. You saw the pink over there. This one is the white. And it's supposed to stay round. And then here we have the easy beezy double knockout rose. Yes, you guys know how much I love my double knockout rose. It's so pretty. And yes, here's a bug in there. I just tell you, they just find their way. But you know what, we have to share nature with the bugs. They're part of nature, so we just have to share with them. So this is the front. Oh, and I'll take you to the pollinator garden bed too, so you can see what's going on over there. So this is the front. So this is the front. Everything is looking fresh. And here's this side I told you I recently did with the boxwood. So I'll add some spring bulbs on each end here. So in the spring, I should have some colors coming up on the walkway. That will look so pretty. I'm so excited. So I think I'll just do tulips and probably some hyacinth in there, but we'll see. So this is what it's looking like. And yes, I'll be adding more boxwood. Do you see those 3 boxwoods over there? I just love it. I just love how it looks. I just love that Mr. Arborvitae ball. I think it's called Arborvitae ball, but I call it, I don't know. But I'm just loving it. Anyway, so here we are. This is the pollinator garden bed. The hardy hibiscus is done blooming. But you know what's so strange? We have some new buds coming out here, friends. So we'll see. They should bloom into fall. So I don't know, those buds might open up for me, but it did a good job. It bloomed non-stop. Yes, it really did. And the foliage is so pretty on it. Just look at that. It's beautiful. And here we have the black-eyed Susans. Still going strong. And then here we have more Snapdragons, friends. Depends on what zone you're in. If you're in the coldest zone, I'm in 6B, 7A. Put some Snapdragons, the Snap Teeny, not the tall ones. I love these short ones, so you don't have to stake them. They're so resilient, and they just winter hardy. They really are. And they bloom in the summer too. Yes, summer all the way now into fall, winter, they're blooming. I just love them. So those I'll definitely be planting again. And here's our echinacea. Yes, friends, you probably heard me say this 20 times. Leave your cone head up for the birds, because as we approach fall and winter, they won't have any food. Dry cone head blooms. They offer winter source for the birds in the winter. The goldfinches love them. The birds love them. So just think about your birds and your pollinators in the winter season. So what I could have done was come in here and cut them down. And when I cut them down, it would promote. Let me show you. So if I came in here and I cut all this down, right? All these pen blooms. Do you see down in there? There's still new buds forming down in there. So it's good to cut a new echinacea if you want to. And it will help with all these new buds down in there. But I tend not to, because I like to leave this up for the bird. And I have so much echinacea in my garden and other flowers that gives me colors. So for me, it's okay. I came in and I cut off some seed heads to share with some friends and family and all of that. But just a tip for you, if you want, you could cut them down so you get more echinacea keep blooming for you. Or you could just leave some up and do half and half. Just keep your birds in mind. So right here, do you see all these new buds in there? There's a lot of new buds in there. But the old blooms are not making way for the new buds because they're like on top. So if I cut all this down, all this would come up, and you know what I mean, right? And here we have a Gara. And then here, you know how much I love this Sweet William. Yeah, Sweet William. And then here we have, this is a butterfly weed. I don't remember planting one over here. Maybe the seeds just did what the seed needed to do. And friends, look underneath here. Look at that. It's hiding. It's the cone flower. That's what I was talking about. If I cut them down, I would see all those stuff underneath there. Spirea's doing well. Here we are. More echinacea, more black-eyed Susan. And then this is my butterfly weed. And friends, I was just out here maybe 2 days ago and I did not notice this. Do you know what this is? This is a seed pod for the butterfly milkweed. Yes, this is where the seed comes from, believe it or not, right in here. I didn't even notice that. Like, sometimes you have to look around the plant properly because it blends in. But this last year I came out here and I saw some huge things looking like this. I'm like, what is that? Then I realized it was a seed pod. So what I did, I took it off the stem and then I used the winter sowing method, and I did a lot of them using the winter sowing method. And here we are. These guys here, these are from them. Yes, I put some in the hummingbird garden bed in the back too. So all these are butterfly milkweed I did from the seed pads last year. So if you have butterfly milkweed, check around and see if you have anything looking like this. And I'm gonna insert a picture here for you, friends. I didn't get a chance to share that with you, but I did take a quick video with it, with the tiger lily. It blooms. So this is the tiger lily that we planted from Walmart. And friends, do you see these little things in there? I thought it was a bug, but it was not. It's a part of the plant. I don't know what it is. I have no clue what it is. I'll probably do some research and see what that could be. But let me insert the clip for you and you'll see how it looks so pretty. Alrighty, friends, and here's this beautiful tiger lily that we planted together. I'm so excited. I think I planted this, was it a month ago? And this was from the clearance section at Walmart, the bulbs, and it was only $2, friends. Yes, I'm not sure if you saw that video, but if you did, here is that tiger lily, and it should get, I think, maybe 48 inches taller. But I just planted it, so next year it will be taller. I am just excited that I am able to see the blooms this year, and the squirrels left it alone. So the trick here with this, I just put this basket over it from the dollar store, and when it got tall enough, I just took it off, so that way the bulb has enough time to grow and create foliage and all of that. But I just wanted to share this one with you. Look how beautiful it is. Alright, friends, and over here you could still see my snapdragons. Oh my goodness, they're blooming there. They're coming back and they're blooming. So excited about that. And here we have more echinacea, and the black-eyed Susan is still doing well. I'm loving it. So the pollinator garden bed is still doing pretty well. I'm so happy about that. And remember, this offers 4 seasons of interest. You have a spring, summer, fall, and winter. Yes, very important. This is just for the pollinators only. So I make sure I cater for them with different plants that what they need to survive. Alrighty. Oh, and let me take you to the top. I forgot to show you the narrow front top. Let's go over to the top. Alright, friends, here we are, and our spirea, look at it, looking good still. And here we have the hydrangea. Yes, just look at the hydrangea. This is very narrow, so I just have a spirea with hydrangea, and I have a nandina and one of those small rose and some salvia to the next side. I'll show it to you. So this, and look at these. Remember, I keep telling you about the alyssum. I just love how they sweep themselves over the walkway. So pretty. And these will be here until next year. They bloom all the way into winter, into spring, and they get mushy looking and they just come right back up. I don't have to do anything with these alyssum. And I have a ton of spring bulbs tucked in here, friends. Alright, so here we are, and then we have salvia. I think this one is Veronica, and you could see the bees are loving it. Okay, don't sting me now. And then here we have this rose. I just love this rose, and you could see it's giving new blooms here. This is so disease resistant, friends. The bugs, they don't really do much to the leaves. It's just a strong rose. I as you can see, and it's perfect for a small space. I think it's called Sweet Dreams. I think that's the name of it. And it's just perfect for a very, very small space. You can see how narrow this is here. Very, very narrow. And then here's the Nandina. You know how much I love my Nandina. So I just put a Nandina, the little rose here, and the Salvia, Spirea, and the hydrangea in this narrow area. And it's just so pretty. Alright friends, I hope you enjoyed this video, but I just wanted to share with you what the front is looking like. And as I said to you, the Snapdragons are still giving me color. And these petunias, yes, these were some leftover petunias from the containers. I tucked them in here and it's still doing well. Oh, and friends, I did some marigold from seeds, so I put the plants in here, so hopefully I get some blooms from them. And the double knockout rose is doing really good still. Very excited about that. Bloom all the way into fall. Very perfect choice for your garden, double knockout rose. I highly recommend them. I have a ton in the garden. They're definitely one of the best roses on the market, in my opinion, from my experience. Anyways, and then I'm just loving the hardy hibiscus. All right friends, so look at this. I think this is probably maybe 5 feet. Just look how it spread out. Do you see that? It spread this year. It really spread a lot. Just look at that. Just loving it. Just love it. So that's why I always say to you with these, don't plant them where they will outshine any other plant, because they get really huge, and I feel like they get bigger than what the tag says, from my opinion. So I had one over here and I removed it and I put this cool lime glow Nandina in here. This will get 4 feet tall, but it will take its time and grow, and it grow very upright. So the one I had here, the hardy hibiscus, it was covering the stuff. It was covering my little secret garden in the back there. It was just taking over everything. So I took it out and I replaced it with this Nandina, and I'm just loving it. Just look at the two-tone green on there, friends, right? Still small, but it will get big over time. So this one is fine here because this is not really taking over anything that much, really. The rose is still there, but it's still fine. But the one was really too much. The one on the left was too much, in my opinion. And friends, look at this. Do you see the difference here? Do you see the dark color next to the bright hot pink? I'm telling you, I'm just loving it. Yes. But anyway, friends, this is what the front is looking like, and the side cut flower garden area looking like at this point. Anyway, so I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope your garden is looking pretty also. All right, thank you friends. Cheers.